Hey guys, today I have the Samsung S20 Plus 5G phone with me, which I'll be unboxing. So this phone came out early this year, around February 2020, and this is the American version, so it has got the Snapdragon 865 chip in it. So let's get started with it. The box looks neat. There are there's some information given here. It says Samsung Galaxy S20. So I bought the unlocked version from Samsung. So it says unlocked by Samsung. This is the cosmic gray color variant. This is unlocked by Samsung as I bought it from the Samsung website. Let's get started with the details. So what does the packaging contain? It has the phone, it has got the wall charger, the stereo headset, quick start guide, terms and conditions. I don't see anything else being written here. This is the American version, so it has got the Snapdragon 865 chipset. Now I know that just a couple of days back Samsung launched the Note 20 series, the Ultra and the regular Note, so which has got the 865 plus chipset along with a couple of other features. In terms of basic features, I think the S20 Plus and S20 have common features except for a time of flight sensor in there. The cameras are exactly same. It has a 64 megapixel camera, a 10 megapixel selfie camera on the front, a 12 megapixel wide angle camera. The 64 megapixel one is a telephoto lens, and it has got optical image stabilization as well. Now I know that this has got a 30x zoom, whereas the S20 Ultra has got a 100x space zoom. Now 100x might be too much, and I know that from reviews the clarity is not that great, but I'll test it out how the 30x feels. Okay, so let's get started. So let me cut out the seal. Okay, so the seal is off. Let's remove the box. Why doesn't it come out? Okay, so it's ready to come out, and there you go. Brand new Samsung S20 Plus Cosmic Gray. Okay, so these days Samsung is putting, I think, the instruction manual on the top of the cover. So let's try to get it out. Okay, so there's nothing else in the box, so I can keep it aside. So we have the SIM eject tool over here, and let's see if there is anything else in here. Oh, so it has to go on the other side. So what do I have? So I have some details of the phone. This device is packaged with a screen protector. If you remove it and want to use a different screen protector, make sure it allows for the all touchscreen features. Okay, so it does come with a screen guard. I don't need to buy a separate one for 15-20 bucks. This is something about the photos. Samsung Care. Don't lose a thing. What does that say? Okay, this is a quick reference guide. Because of the similarity of the three phones, it is common for all the three models, the S20, S20 Plus and S20 Ultra. This is something about, okay, terms and conditions, Samsung Knox, specific absorption rate. Okay, so I can keep this aside. Okay, so there you go. Okay, so the phone is ready to come out, and there you have shiny new phone. Now I know that this has got Gorilla Glass 6 on the back and front, and it's going to be a dust magnet. So let's keep it aside and just use this to avoid damaging the camera. So what do we have in here? Okay, just a case holder that goes on the side. So I have a 25-watt fast charger. It's a super fast charging made by Samsung. This goes on the side. Nothing in here. Okay, so definitely nothing. What are these? I think this is the USB-C to USB-C cable. Not willing to come out. Yep, this is the USB-C to USB-C cable. Let me put it aside. And these are the stereo headsets, stereo buds, wired ones, made by AKG. And one thing I notice is this has got a braided cable. If you can see it closely, this is not the regular plasticky cable which kind of breaks off after long use. So this should hopefully stay good for a long time. There's no issue in turning or twisting because of the braids in here. And this is a USB-C, so you can't use this with any other phone that doesn't have a USB-C connector. Although Samsung does sell a 3.5mm into USB-C converter, I did buy it, so I'll try out my older headphones with that connector on this phone. Now this phone has got only a USB-C connector, there's no headphone jack, and that's the reason for the USB-C headphones as well. So let's keep that aside. And I have some spare ear tips in case I lose or if I have a different size for my ears, so I'll keep it here. We'll try it out later on. I think it came like this. Okay, so my cable goes here. I did hear that it used to come with a case, although I had seen in some older unboxing videos, I don't see anything in here. So maybe that was only for a review model. Okay, so let me put these things back. This goes here. So let's get the phone started. Now there is a camera notch in here. Let's check out. There's nothing on the left side. There's the power button. These are the volume controls. At the bottom you have the USB-C connectors. This is a microphone. These are the speakers. The SIM ejection slot. This is another microphone. So this is a single SIM version. I think in some parts of the world Samsung is selling a dual SIM as well. I haven't seen it yet, but I did hear about that. So it has a micro SD slot as well as a SIM slot. Now it is shiny, so as I said, it's a dirt magnet. So not a dirt magnet but a fingerprint magnet, so you'll see a lot of fingerprints. There you have Samsung Galaxy S20 plus 5G. Okay, powered by Android. Let's get started. Let's power it on. I've never seen what Knox exactly does, but I think it's a security feature. Okay, so it's starting the Android operating system.
Get started.
So let's
help you
get started.
Set up more easily by guiding you through the steps.
Okay, so let's
look at the terms and conditions. Once you read and agree to these, we can really get going.
Okay, so I'm not going to read all these terms and conditions because there's a big list and you may not understand everything out of it. So I'll just say I don't want to send my diagnostic data. It's optional. Information linking is optional, so I'll not select that. Privacy policy, agree. Oh, I don't want. Okay, so I'll click next. Okay, so Wi-Fi is connected, and the standard thing it does is checks for updates. So they should have the One UI 2.1, I think. Only the Note 20 series has got the One UI 2.5. Otherwise, it comes with Android 10. So it's saying copy apps and data. I don't want to do that right now. I'll just launch the basic screen. So I'll say don't copy. So it's checking for info. Okay, so I have to sign in with my Google account. Let me do that. So these are some basic settings. I'm not enabling the location. I'll back up to Google Drive. That's fine. So accept. Okay, so now in terms of safety, we have a couple of options: face recognition, fingerprints, pattern, pin, password. So let's try fingerprint. Okay, so it's asking me to set a pattern, pin, or password. Okay, I'll choose a pin. Okay, so pin is set. There's a note about screen covers and protectors. Make sure you don't use a screen cover while registering prints. Okay. So this has got an ultrasonic fingerprint sensor. Now many of the other phones have got a different type of sensor. I've heard complaints that the ultrasonic ones are not always accurate, but let's see how that goes. Okay, so
Log into a Samsung account to get the most out of your device.
okay, so I don't need a Samsung account right now. I can skip it. So skip all of these. Yep, that's fine.
All right, we're all set.
So it says all done. Click on finish. Okay, so this is the basic home screen. I don't think I can do. Okay, so we have the welcome to Samsung daily. I think this is more like a feed that comes in. You can customize some things that you want to show in here. So let's see what the privacy policy says. Okay, I don't want to do anything on this right now. Okay, so the phone feels smooth. So what do I have in here? You have all the basic Google apps, Gmail, other stuff. So this is the back button. I think this is for getting all the apps, for doing multi-window. This is to go to the home screen. This is back. So I only have one full screen of apps, and there are some Spotify tips and YouTube. So that's fine. I did hear that Samsung puts a lot of bloatware in here. I don't see anything like that, at least for now. So this is AR Zone, Bixby, Galaxy Wearable. This is for all the wearable devices that you might have, like Galaxy Watch or earbuds. Smart Things, Samsung Member, Samsung Health. The only thing that I didn't like on the newer series is that they stopped giving the heart rate sensor. I currently have the S7 Edge, and that has got a heart rate sensor, so it's quite good and convenient to check those things. Okay, so I have the Wi-Fi. Let's go to settings. So the standard, I think the One UI makes these settings quite standard. So I don't want to go to, I want to go to display, because I know that has two themes, so light and dark. If I make it dark, yeah, now you see the dark theme. So this is nice, it is less intense on your eyes. So if we try light, then it's quite bright. So dark is fine. Adaptive brightness, I can reduce the brightness and then it can adapt. It has a blue light filter, so I'll turn it on now. What else do I have? I'm looking for the 120 Hertz display setting. Right here. Okay, so it has got three types of resolution. One is HD plus, full HD plus, and quad HD. So let me try quad HD. Okay, so this is smooth. Okay, so there it is. So the one thing that I read was the quad HD and 120 Hertz refresh rate do not work together. So let me change it. It works only in full HD. So apply. Okay, so if I go for a higher refresh rate, now one caveat here is that with a 120 hertz refresh rate, the battery life would not be that great, but I'll anyway change it back. Let's see. Okay, so it is still downloading, 41 seconds left. Now this has a front facing camera which is 10 megapixel. So I'll see if the photos are any good. Now 32 seconds left, so I'll let that run through. Okay, so I did talk about some basic specifications, but I left that midway. So this has got a quad camera setup. If I bring it closely, that's clear or not. Okay, so there are three cameras: a 12 megapixel ultra wide camera, a 12 megapixel wide angle camera, a 64 megapixel telephoto, and there's a depth vision camera. I don't know if it's a sensor or they call it camera, or maybe a camera or a sensor. Doesn't matter. We'll see how it helps the photos. Okay, so this is going to say take some time. Let me keep it aside. Now, when I ordered this phone, it did come with certain promotional credit items. So I got about $100 of credit items that I could buy from Samsung. So I bought in this Samsung rugged protective cover. Now this looks quite big, but this was one of the better ones I found on the Samsung website that covers the whole body. And the other one, the silicone ones, had some open ends at the bottom. So I thought this is probably the best deal for whatever credit I am getting. So let me open this one as well. Now I know, there are Spigen ones which are probably better or at least same as the Samsung ones, and I have used Spigen ones in the past, so I didn't have any complaints with them as such. Okay, how does this come out? Okay, so let me close this. This goes away. Okay, I wasn't expecting a big manual for the case. Okay, so they have it in multiple languages. That's fine. I don't want to read it now. Okay, so this is the cover. It feels tough. This is plastic. It comes in two colors, gray, or the silver one and the black one. The black one is very shiny, and then I thought it would have too many fingerprints on it, so I just got the silver one. So this has got a rubbery feel in here. It looks good. It has got the edges are slightly, I'll say, coming out of the actual place where the screen would be. So if I keep it like this, the screen should not touch the base. And then it has got two stands, so you can keep it like this for an inclined look, and then if you keep it further, then I don't actually see a big difference. So I think this is probably a 75-degree angle, and if I close this is probably a 45-degree angle. Now depending on what you're doing, if you are doing any video chat, probably you can use the 75-degree one. So this camera, the camera is in between, so in here in the middle, so you'll get a good view. If you are just watching a movie or something like that, maybe this is a better position. Okay, so does it say anything made in Korea, Samsung? There's some code in there. The place for the charging port or the USB-C port. This is for the speaker. This is for the microphone. On the top, again a microphone slot. Power buttons, and then this is the power button and the volume button control. Feels okay. Okay, so the update is running quite slow. It has been almost 10 plus minutes. It's still at 78%. So let's see how long it takes. It's quite slow actually. So I'll remove the plastic cover later on. I don't want to put fingerprints on it right now. Okay, so this looks tough. Yeah, and as you can see in here, the edges are raised. So now if you look closely, this is a raised edge, and so is this edge. So it wouldn't actually touch the base. So if I keep it like this, hopefully it should not. Yep, I see a gap in between, so that way it does not allow the screen to get damaged easily. Otherwise this looks, I remember this look was same as the OtterBox one, I think, which used to come for the iPhone, wherein it had a big battery over here. You could charge it 1 or 2 times without plugging in. So it somewhat looks like that, but anyway, I haven't seen those OtterBoxes in quite some time. So the camera edges are protected because this is again raised and there is a gap in between, so even if I put it down, it wouldn't damage the camera. I mean, unless there are stones on the ground, but even if you see the wood, it wouldn't touch the glass. And I see something in here, there's like a notch. I don't know if that's for the microphone or if it's some kind of sensor. So these are the three main cameras. This is a LED flash, and this is, I think, the depth or time of flight sensor. Let me give it a better look if you can see it here, or should I take it back? Yeah, now the cameras are visible. So 1, 2, 3, the LED. This is the other sensor if I'm not wrong, or maybe this is the sensor and this is the camera, and I don't know what this is. So what else do we see here? Let me see. Default apps is not required. Device care. Okay, so now it is showing us the battery level, the storage. So I have the 128 GB model. This is the base model. By default it uses about 25 GB, so that's a lot, but then it has a lot of software, newer Android, so probably I have 100 GB, and this has got a memory card slot in here, so I'll probably use a 128 GB or a 256 GB micro SD card, so that will take care of it. Now the memory is total 12 GB. It is using 3.9. That's a lot. And so if you see here, clean now 1.2 GB, so that means it is using 1.2 GB without doing anything. So probably the actual system memory is around 2.7 or 2.5 probably. Okay, so storage is fine. I don't see anything. 0 for documents, images, videos, audio. There are some standard thing. Okay, so apps are 1.4 GB, so that's quite less. I don't know why. So this doesn't amount to 25 GB. Probably there is something reserved at the Android level. Okay, so this has got the multi-window. I think the previous phones also had got multi-window option. On the Samsung S7 Edge I had multi-window. So let's say I keep it. How do I? So tap here to view multi-window and other options. Okay, so if I click on that gear icon, it says open in split screen view, open in a pop-up view, change aspect ratio, keep open for quick launching. So I think this series has got an option of keeping the apps in memory without closing them, so that you can launch it quicker. Now I don't have any such requirements that I need to get like split second response time, so that is fine. Okay, so it comes with Netflix installed, so that's fine. I could download it anyway. Okay, let's check what else does it have. It has Google, folders, Microsoft, Samsung, calculator. I see something new in here. It has secure Wi-Fi. I don't know what it does. Maybe it's type of a VPN. Okay, so I need a Samsung account. I'll do that later on. One thing I noticed, why does it... Okay, so this is working. I don't need a SIM card right now. Okay, so there are some options in here. Secure folder. So this is something new that I have noticed on this series. probably it secures your folder with some kind of password or something else. So screen recorder is there, you can record your screen. Edge lighting. Okay, so we have dark mode, Bixby routines. I will try out Bixby routine. Samsung Kids. I think if your kids are handling your phone, you can press this button and initiate a kids mode. It might ask for a password and then restrict whatever your kids are doing. Quick share, I don't know what that is. Music share. So I think with this phone, you can share music wirelessly to more than one earbuds or your wireless headsets. So I'll try that out later on. NFC is there, quick share. This we looked at. Dolby Atmos. So let me try to turn this on. Okay. So what do I have in here? Link to Windows. Now this is a new thing that you can link your phone to Windows. Location, Smart View. Smart View is something you can use to share your phone screen to the TV. What is it? Okay, so this is the power button. You have an option in here. And this is search button layout. Let's go back to settings one more time. Okay, so the usual thing, display. Now I am using a 120 Hertz screen, so let me change it to standard. One thing that is different on the Note 20 series launched just last week is that it has adaptive refresh rate. So even if you are selecting 120 Hertz, I think it decides at runtime as to what refresh rate it has to use. So if you are doing like some kind of basic texting or using low quality app, not, I don't mean low quality, I mean quality of the app, but in terms of the screen. So if it doesn't require a high refresh rate, it will automatically switch it to a lower one. So let's apply the 60 Hertz one. Okay, so if I scroll, it is somewhat hazy, but if I change it back, what would it do? Okay, so there is a small difference, although for regular use I may not worry too much. So if you see in here, the text is not the text is still fixed. When I say fixed, it doesn't haze out. Now if I change it back to standard, so now it is taking time to refresh. I don't know if that's visible in the video or not, but it is somewhat difficult to look at it. So probably that helps. Now screen resolution, let me change it to a lower one. It might help save some battery. So it is not clear. And if I change it back to 120, see, now it's smooth. Okay, so this is very much visible. If you go back few seconds, you'll see that the 60 Hertz was not as smooth and clear. Although you can't read at this high speed, but at least the words look clear. Okay, so in terms of audio quality, it has got Dolby Atmos. So let's try that. Atmos is on. This phone that is new, I have gone through the settings, I updated the software. It has got a power share. Okay, so it has got wireless power share as well. So what you have to do is you can put it like this. If you have another phone which has got wireless charging, you just keep it on top of it like this, and it wirelessly starts charging. The rate of charging might be slow, but if you have any low power device like Galaxy Buds or the recently launched Buds Live, the bean type of earbuds, it might charge it well. In terms of battery, it has got 4500 milliampere hour battery. So that should last the whole day. That's what Samsung says. Now it also depends on what you're trying to do. So if you're trying to watch too much of music, then, or not music, if you're watching too many videos, then it might not last the whole day. So that's about it. I unboxed the phone and the case as well. So thanks for watching. Please subscribe to my channel if you like this video. I'll try to make more such videos in future. I do a lot of travel videos, so please watch and share your feedback if you like them. Thanks.